Hello Nature Nation. So today I want to provide an update on my 2022 big year for the months of April and May. These last 2 months have been incredible for birding. Here on Vancouver Island, it's been amazing watching the forest come alive and the migrants return and start their breeding season. At the end of May, my species total was 160 species, which I think is a respectable number. Looking at April, I saw 40 new species on the year, going from 100 to 140 species. This was helped by 2 trips, including a short little scamper over to Calgary, the purpose of which I'll talk about later in the video, as well as a weekend getaway to the southern Okanagan region of British Columbia on the mainland, which I created a video for and resulted in some great birding. On that trip to Calgary, I saw some of the familiar species I know and love, including black-capped chickadee and American tree sparrow. Throughout April, I saw 6 lifers, including Cassin's vireo, California quail, Cassin's finch, pygmy nuthatch, canyon wren, and a bird that you might be able to hear calling now, Pacific slope flycatcher. I think I really got in the groove of birding in April. I went out almost every single day, and I really had a blast. For May, I recorded 20 additional species on the year, which might not be as many as I wanted. It's been an uncharacteristically cool and wet May here, even for Vancouver Island. That's largely been attributed to La Nina, which has resulted in some large rainstorms that even yours truly doesn't really want to go birding in. But I'm okay with all that rain if it means that there's less forest fires here on Vancouver Island and throughout the mainland of BC. In May, I recorded 5 lifers, including Hammond's flycatcher, marbled murrelet, a species at risk and really interesting bird, Hutton's vireo, which I'm still trying to get footage of, black-headed grosbeak, and another species which I'm going to feature in an upcoming video. All in all, I think 11 lifers in 2 months is something to be happy about. Just beyond the species I saw, I had some really great experiences birding these last 2 months. Forest songbirds are really my favorite group of birds. I love warblers, I love vireos, I love tanagers, and so I've been really focusing my efforts in those. I've got some great experiences with Townsend warbler, a warbler species that loves coniferous stands, and I was lucky enough to get some great footage of it foraging among some spring flowers. I've seen all the breeding warblers here on Vancouver Island, which is a little bittersweet. I still want to hunt for more. I've also been visiting these forests by my house to get a chance to record Western tanager, an incredible species, but so far my success has been limited. I did get 1 shot though. Beyond species of birds, I had one really cool birding experience. It was a rainy, awful day here in Campbell River, but my wife and I were feeling a little cooped up, and so we said, to heck with it, let's go out, go for a walk, bring the binoculars, see some birds. We were driving to one of our favorite trails here in Campbell River, and it looked even worse on our way there. And what was really cool is there was a group of hundreds, if not thousands, of swallows that were passing through the area. They were mostly violet-green swallows, but there were other species mixed in there too. And it just made for a fantastic sight and wildlife experience. And if we didn't try to at least get out that day, we would have missed them. So there are days where I'm not going to go out in a rainstorm to go birding, but I push myself in some of those rainy days and often have good returns. It's rare that you go out and don't see something interesting. So I guess my message there is just get out. You never know what you're gonna see. One downside though of the challenging rainy start to May was I think I did miss out a little bit on the shorebird migration passing through. I did see a few shorebirds like greater yellowlegs, short-billed dowitcher, and Lee's sandpiper, but I think I left some out. So that's too bad, but hopefully I'll get another chance when they're passing through. And there are some stragglers too, so I might try to see those in the next couple days. There are a couple species that are around that I'd love to see, and that includes common murre, a species that I've tried quite a few times to see but haven't had much luck, and also Bullock's oriole. I don't think the Bullock's oriole are super abundant here, at least at this latitude on Vancouver Island, and so I might have to take a little cruise to try to see them, and I don't think they're super abundant either. Both of those birds would be lifers and super cool to see. So my strategy for the next couple months is shaped by some pretty big news. In late July, my wife and I are moving back to Alberta. This is because of my new job, and we both kind of miss Calgary and our friends there. Now this news is a little bittersweet, I have to say, because I do love the nature here on Vancouver Island. It is truly an incredible place, and I do love the longer growing season. That being said, Alberta has incredible diversity of nature to enjoy, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. From the mountains, parklands, boreal forests, badlands and prairies, and I'm excited to try to capture some of the species that live there, show you my favorite birding spots, and really just get into the nature back in Alberta. So over the next 2 months or so, I really want to focus on those Western Pacific species that I can't see back in Alberta. I think it'd be really cool to get some pelagic birding in. I saw my latest eBird email notification that someone had been pelagic birding because they were seeing lots of cool stuff like auklets and shearwaters, and so I might have to figure out a way to get on a boat and go see those birds. I really want to get up into the mountains here on Vancouver Island. There are lots of species that I could add to the list by going up there. Unfortunately, due to the colder spring we've had, there is quite a bit of snowpack up there still, and so I'm still waiting for the trails to clear up and the temperatures increase a little bit up there, but I'll be sure to do that. All in all, I've been having a blast with this big year. It might not be the most prolific one, but I'm really not trying to compare myself to anyone else. I'm just trying to get out as much as I can, learn as much as I can, and just increase my natural history knowledge, hone my identification skills, and continue learning how to shoot video on my camera. I really appreciate everyone watching these videos. It's been really fun sharing my experience with you, and I hope it inspires some people to get out and go birding, because there's incredible things to see out there. So until next time, happy birding. Let's get some lifers, y'all.